Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Do we have audio? Do we have audio? Let me try this again. Welcome, 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 and good morning. Welcome to Sip and Chat. I'm your girl Summer, your host with the most. I'm waiting for my other co-host to arrive so we can get this party started. Now, our morning dialogues is a little bit more lighthearted. They are not, Facebook is not the focal point. We want to bring something different, something renewing, something fresh. Tonight we have a few topics that we're going to discuss, and I'm hoping that you guys will join in because I think it's really good dialogue, really good topics. Wait for my folks to get up in here, and then we will introduce those topics to you. And while you guys are coming in, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. And please hit the share button. Hit the share button. Share it to your Facebook. Share it wherever. Share it to your mama, your daddy, your grandmama, whoever. And tell them to come on in. Come on in. Now, I'm late to the gate. I'm making breakfast. It's about 10:30. It's 10:30 my time. I was supposed to make breakfast about 40 minutes ago. I be sitting on that phone and losing track of time. Losing track of time. Candy, good morning. Hey, Steph. What you
Hey,
what you doing down there, Steph? How you feeling this morning, Candy?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing good. Trying to
That
get
is
my
awesome.
kitchen cleaned up while these kids is gone.
Mm-hmm.
How's your morning going?
My topic isn't for right now. Well, get on topic, Steph. Get on topic. I'm sure you could contribute something to the dialogue. This morning panel was supposed to be for all of us. So come on up. Hey, Jacqueline, good morning. I know Jacqueline gonna have some stuff to say in these comments, baby. Because she always got some positivity, a little silver lining. Come up here, come share it to your page, especially if you don't plan on going live today. This is your opportunity to get you shared out today. If you don't plan on going live, take advantage of that. Don't sleep on it. But I would like people to come to the panel that's going to contribute to the dialogue. This is for all of us, but I do want people to be on the panel in the mornings that's going to actually contribute to the conversation. It makes it easier to carry the dialogue when we could kind of vibe off of each other. How you feeling, Jacqueline? What was for breakfast? I was gonna go live. Are you? Cool beans. That's awesome. We'll be there. We will be there. Let me see if I could pull some people in real quick. Where's Divine?
I'm gonna go share this out and then I'll be right back, okay?
Okay. Do your thing. Good morning, everybody. I'm still here. I'm sharing. Sharing is all right. Now I'm back. Good morning, good morning, good morning. For those who are a vegetable omelet, for those who are coming in through Summer's room, I shared the link to the YouTube. I'm live on YouTube this morning. I'm going to be live on YouTube every morning, and we're going to have some great conversations. So if you would like to join in on the dialogue, please come over here. I know you're wondering why you can't comment. You can't comment because the live is not staying up. It's just a notification for you guys to come to YouTube. Hey, Alexis, I did see you come in, boo. How you feeling this morning? I can come up and chat while I do my makeup. Wait, you doing your makeup? You about to go live this morning while we're live, Steph? You gonna go live now? Where is not Ava? So this morning we're going to be talking about transferring energy. For those who don't really know what I mean by that, let me give a little description. We want to talk about when you have friends or family members or those who just feel comfortable talking to you. They kind of use you as a dumping ground. A lot of us don't think, hey Nikki, a lot of us don't think about that. And we wonder why we in these moods and feeling these type of way and our energy seems low. When people come talk to you and dump their stuff on you, they going through hard times, they struggling with a boyfriend or a husband, they having hardships financially, and etc. etc. When somebody is constantly dumping that stuff into you, it affects your energy eventually. And so while you're wondering like what's going on with you, if you have a friend or friends that do that to you, that use you, because it's always that one person that people just feel super comfortable with because you're gonna hold their secrets or you're gonna speak into them. But if you don't have nobody pouring back into you, that gets heavy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you must have missed it, Nikki.
Okay.
Facebook is not staying up. I only shared it to notify my folks to come to YouTube. I turned the commenting off to hopefully force people to come from Facebook over to YouTube. I'm going to be clipping to Facebook in just a few moments. Something else that I want to talk about this morning is something else that we are going to talk about this morning is looking at how far you have come. A lot of times we be going through these things, we have goals, we're trying to get to places, and we don't see the progress we're making because we focused on how much more like of the distance that's in front of us to obtain that goal. Instead of if you just turn just around, just what's that, a 180, you just turn around and look behind you and see how far you've come, your whole perspective might change. Like you can't forget about where you started versus where you are because that matters and that will continue to motivate you. So we want to talk about that this morning and probably other few things, this morning. You never know where the conversation is going to lead. Just waiting for a few other people to get in the building before we start. Absolutely right, Miss Jacqueline. Period. Summer, why you always coming to YouTube now? I can't scroll on Facebook while listening because I am building my YouTube channel, ma'am. I'm on YouTube in the mornings. In the mornings, I'm on YouTube. For my recaps, I am on Facebook, Summer's Lounge in the evenings. And then for my after recap, just the open panel, I am on YouTube and Facebook in the later hours after my Convo 4 panel. So hopefully, Alyssa, yeah, adjusts. My love. Sorry. But why you can't scroll on Facebook when you're listening to YouTube? I could have my YouTube in the background and be on other applications.
Absolutely. Me too. Um, you have to like when you click on something else, you don't exit all the way out of YouTube. You allow it to stay streaming, and like a little box will pop up. You know what I mean? And then you can go keep doing what you're doing on Facebook.
That's beautiful, Nikki. A lot of people don't look at that. Look at how far look at where you came from. You might be surprised how much space is back there from where you came from, where you at. Like it'll change your perspective and your outlook. Should I go to you? Who page are you on, Jacqueline? Because it's not mine. If you are on Devon's page, you can stay there. Help her, to run her minutes up. Candy, are you streaming to your page?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't close out of YouTube. I'm on my YouTube app. Maybe that's why. No, I use the YouTube app. I'm not sure why it cuts off for you. It shouldn't. Maybe it's the type of device you have, possibly. I don't know. It could be the type of device you have. I'm not sure. So for those of you who are on Facebook right now, I'm about to close out the app. So if you would like to engage and you think that those topics I just mentioned will interest you, come on over. Come on.
You be cutting them off quick.
Yeah.
Summer don't give them the opportunity to say no, wait, nothing.
Because they can't even comment. They gotta come over here to comment.
Right, right. Yeah, I get it.
YouTube comes. Hey, my Linda.
Hey, my Linda.
An iPhone. I don't know, Alyssa. I don't know why you do you like that, Alyssa. I'm not sure. Maybe something in your settings. I don't know. That sucks though. And what you guys scroll on YouTube? You scroll on Facebook for? What you trying to see on Facebook that's not gonna be there when you get back? Huh?
Alyssa, if we're boring, just say that.
Right.
I'm joking though. I do the same thing. Sometimes I'll get another device. I'll be watching three people's lives and scrolling. So,
Yeah,
uh,
that's true. I'll do the same thing, but I usually get a second device. Hey, my Linda, are you coming up? My Linda? My Linda. Hey, Steph. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
Morning, morning,
How
morning.
y'all doing?
so anybody that may be on my page, make sure that you are following these other ladies up here. Follow Summer's Lounge, Summer's Room on YouTube and Facebook. Um, Steph, what is your page, baby?
Steph's Corner.
Steph's Corner.
Steph's Corner. All right. Divine Chronicles, which I don't know where she is, but she'll be here. Um, yeah, make sure you guys are supporting these beautiful ladies, okay? And we all kind of, do our own thing. We do different things, but we also, collab together to try to grow. So make sure you're supporting them as well.
No, we ain't even start yet, my Linda. We waiting on our Ava. And for y'all, for everybody else to get here. We haven't started yet. We just did the opening.
And share, 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 y'all.
Yes, please don't forget to hit that
Where
share
is
button.
Naiva? I've been tagging her.
I just inboxed in the accountability chat.
Nice.
Yes, we
She
can get
can't.
to.
She can't
Oh,
be sleepy.
no, where'd she go? Well, while I have you ladies here, I guess we could get. Let me see how many shares I got on my page. Can y'all share us out right quick? That cat is going crazy, y'all. Put her back in the back room. She gonna tear my books up. She gonna tear my books up, y'all. I love how you support each other, female empowerment. Period.
Absolutely.
Period. That's what Wednesdays are supposed to be. Something, something. I keep forgetting. Y'all remember what she said it's called? We gotta create a flyer. Something Woman Wednesdays, wisdom, something like that. I'm gonna get it together.
Wisdom, wisdom, women Wednesdays or women wisdom Wednesday.
It's something like that. Thank you, Jacqueline.
I don't know my mind. I don't remember my name half the time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get it together. Cause the
Right.
only thing is like when we do these panels, if people come in and we kind of idle, we not starting the topic, we lose viewers. We gotta kind of pull them in
Absolutely.
the beginning. Hey Naiva, welcome to the party. Party.
Okay.
Hey. Hey Lawanda. How you feeling this
Dang, I'm
morning?
over here talking and I'm muted.
Oh, oh.
You know, I
God.
saw 10:30 and I'm thinking 10:30 my time,
That's
not
what I thought.
10:30
That's
your
what I wrote in the chat. I said she probably thinking her time.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta have a discussion, get the kinks and stuff out.
Who you beating some eggs?
Mhm.
That's what it sound like.
Yes, ma'am. Beat them up, beat them up, beat them up. I've been making this breakfast about an hour now, and all I did was eggs and sausages.
Good
Good
morning,
morning, Lawanda.
Melinda.
How
Good
you
morning, speak on it.
feeling?
Oh, girl.
Melinda.
Good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning, Lawanda. Who else I missed? Good morning, Steph. Not good morning, Steph.
I don't get no good morning, y'all.
I was about to say,
Oh my
dang, stuff
goodness.
can't just say good morning to us like dead. But I did an opening. I kind of told them about the topics we're gonna touch on. I told them, but I just was waiting for y'all to come. You want to kick it off, or you want me to kick it off? Hey, Mackenzie's world. Is that Mackenzie? Mackenzie?
Hey,
Is
look,
that
I
y'all.
think
There's
so.
you know?
there's my husband.
Say it again.
My husband said, "Hey, everyone."
Hey.
Hey.
Corey is my husband.
Oh,
Oh,
hey, Corey. I just see his name. But Mackenzie's world, is that the Mackenzie that used to be on May's panel, or that's someone else?
that was hers. Was Mackenzie's journey.
Oh, Mackenzie's journey. I haven't seen her. I wonder how she's doing.
I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, I'm
Looks like
clipping
she
my.
surfaced for a moment
Mm-hmm.
and then she disappeared again.
Yeah. You want
What
to
you
kick it off?
clipping? No, go
I'm
ahead.
the eggs and sausage.
I'm not completely woke.
So I kind of spoke on it already, kind of giving y'all an idea. I guess I'll start off with um, acknowledging how far you have come versus looking at how much further you have to go. I was sitting here thinking, right? And just I'm gonna use myself an example because I've been having myself a little pity party because I have been trying to get so one of my goals is to get live ads on Facebook. Everybody knows that, I came here to be paid and Facebook has been playing in my face. And I'm like, I did all this work and I still haven't achieved and da 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 da. And I'm like, why am I so focused on just that? Like, what about all the other stuff that you're doing, that you're benefiting, that is a contributing factor? Or like another example is my baking business. I always like one of my goals for that is I would love to get a brick and mortar. Like I would love to get a building that I can work out of for both my baking and my decorating services. And I always feel like I'm not doing enough. I'm not accomplishing anything. But I'm like when I turn around and like look behind me and I understand where I came from, like I came from um a place where I was pregnant with my daughter. My daughter is 6, so this is about 6 years ago. I was pregnant with my daughter. Um, I was going through depression. I felt no, I just said the same thing to myself about far I've come. Right. I felt like I had no one in my corner. I was in a new place. I wasn't home. I wasn't super close to family. I was far enough to feel like I was alone. And I started from nothing. I went back home with the newborn baby solo. Didn't know how I was going to make it work. And I went from making cupcakes to making wedding cakes and paying my bills, never falling behind on anything, being able to provide for me and my family and not skip a beat. And I'm like, that is worth acknowledging. That is worth celebrating because a lot of people don't even have that. Like, for me to have never had a utility cut off or had to go into a shelter and just figure things out and to be in a place where people are contacting me about doing weddings and full setups. That's a major accomplishment, especially for me being self-taught. So I'm like, sometimes I feel like I kick myself because I want to be further. I done burnt my butter talking to y'all. I kick myself. I kick myself because I want to be a lot further, but like we gonna get there when we get there. The goal is to continue to push. Right, Mackenzie. Continue to push. Good morning, love. Continue to push. Don't count yourself out. I like that one, Mackenzie. And to continue thriving. Don't lose sight of your dream and your goal, but don't forget about all the work you've already done. So when you get discouraged, just think about where you came from. Ooh, that just made me because I need to practice what I preach, baby, for sure. Um, because things could always be worse, and if you are pushing forward, that's positive. Everything don't happen in a blink of an eye. Like you don't, we be wanting like what they say, popcorn, microwave popcorn results, and that's just not how typically life works. Like people who are millionaires or billionaires that started from the scratch, like they didn't wake up like that one day. They worked for years before they accomplished that goal. So I wanted to speak about that. Anybody else want to contribute?
Good morning, Donna. That's my mother-in-law, y'all.
Hey,
Oh,
Donna.
good morning.
So, yeah, so my idea of this conversation is that, when we're in our car, right, the rear view mirror is smaller than that windshield, right? Some of us tend to focus behind us, and that could end up being bad for us if we're continuously looking at what we didn't accomplish or what we have missed in life or what we haven't learned, right? But if we focus on that windshield and where we're going and keep pushing forward, and of course we have to glance back to make sure, things is good, but we can't focus behind us. We have to continue to push forward and get through each life experience individually. I think that acknowledging, our accomplishments and our lessons, the blessings that we have been given along the way is honestly key to that strength to keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? if we were supposed to consistently be looking in the rearview mirror, that mirror would be way bigger than the windshield, so we have to keep, driving ourselves forward through each storm, because the sun will shine. It don't rain forever, y'all. um so at the end of the day, that's just my input on it, is that yes, we're supposed to glance back there to see what we've done, what we've learned, and all those types of things. But that windshield is where we're supposed to be focused. And it, like you said, it doesn't happen overnight. We can't beat ourselves up over the things that we haven't done. And our dreams and goals will change with life experience. So where I thought I would be right now may not be what is intended for me. You know what I mean? Through the life experience, through the growth, through the lessons and the trials and tribulations. um, you know we can't focus on what we haven't done yet, and just keep pushing. Sometimes we get overly focused and like this tunnel vision of this is our goal, but in that process we're missing so many little things along the way that can create bigger lessons and more abundance. You know what I mean? So like it's really about just continuing to move forward without focusing on the negative, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Don't
Absolutely.
lose sight of the goal, but don't forget where you came from.
That was
Fact.
great, Candy. That was great. I love what you just said. That was great.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. I've had a tough road myself. I've not always been, all love and light, right? Like, I've had a lot of experiences that I've had to go through in order to build that inner strength, that self love, um, that motivation to keep me where I am today. So at the end of the day, like, I wouldn't change any of it. Like, the struggles, those lessons that I have been through is what has created me to be who I am today. And I'm a stronger individual after those lessons than what I would have been if I hadn't have went through them. So
Yes.
I appreciate the negative too. You know what I mean? Like I appreciate those struggles. I appreciate, being that single mom and having to really fight my way out of things, and, fighting in court for my children and all of those types of things. Like I appreciate those moments because it gave me that empowerment to continue to do what I'm doing today and appreciate life. So I
Crazy.
appreciate what I have.
It's crazy because I'm listening, because I'm listening to what you're saying, because oftentimes I'd be like, oh man, if I could have changed this, I would. If I would have changed that, I would. But a lot of times we don't realize if we change that struggle we went through or that situation we just didn't appreciate in our past, it might change our whole outcome of where we're going. Sometimes those things had to happen.
Absolutely.
Those things had to happen. We might not always understand the why, like right then and there or ever, but it'd be a contributing factor to our success, and we don't even dig it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think too, me going through a lot of the things that I've been through in my lifetime, has helped me to be able to be more of a positive person for other people. So that testimony that I have in different areas of my life, I can connect to different people who are now going through the same things, and I can look at them without judgment. You know what I'm saying? I can, aid them in their journey on growth and healing because I too have been there, so I can connect with people, especially when it comes to like my page and what I do. I can connect to people in all walks of life because I've been through all of that. And I can do it without judgment. If you've never been through it, then who are you to tell me how to fix it, right? Like, so those struggles absolutely have primed me for who I am now. And I'm able to do more with my life after going through those struggles and being able to, for instance, feed the homeless and, clothe the homeless. I've been there where I didn't have food and I didn't have warm coats, for my children. And I remember going to a clothes closet, to get my children winter coats, when they were a lot younger, and feeling so defeated standing there, right? So now when I participate in those types of things, I can look at women and be like, chin up. It's okay. This is only temporary. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be here. and I feel like I can connect with them in a deeper sense because I know what that feeling feels like.
No.
Exactly. And to branch off what you said about the homeless, I have never been in that position. And I thank God for that, right? But even though I've never been in it, a way that I'm able to connect and be grateful for it is giving back to the community. Like going down there and being with those who are struggling, giving back to them. It kind of reminds you, like, you
Humble
need to be
yourself.
grateful. Humble
Yes.
yourself, be grateful because things can be worse. Like things can always be worse. And
And it
not
has
to
been.
say, right, but and not to say like what you're going through don't matter and it's like nothing, but just remember like it can be worse. Like so be grateful at the while you're going through these struggles, don't forget to acknowledge that it can be worse. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Absolutely. And my mom used to tell me, like, when I was a kid, stop complaining. Because number one, complaining is not going to change anything. Number two, stop complaining because there's always somebody out here that is going through worse or the same as what you're going through. And they continue to smile each day and pass on their blessings. So don't be ungrateful. I just remember my mom telling me that when I was a child. Because I would complain that I didn't have like, the new Jordans that came out, or I would complain that, you know what I'm saying? You know how you are as kids.
Mhm.
And my mom was like, listen, you got a new pair of shoes, right? Like there's somebody's kids out here that have holes in their shoes and, you know, don't have a, winter coat and blah, blah, blah. So like, just be grateful and, use that mindset as a way to, humble yourself and look at other people's lives and help them along the way.
Yes, honey. Absolutely. I'm
Uh,
certain. I agree with all of what you said. I was homeless for 3 years and now I've had my home for almost 2 years and so proud of myself. Congratulations, Nikki.
Yes,
That's what's
congratulations.
up.
That's amazing.
When
and you
you
know
go,
what?
go ahead.
Sorry. That's what I consider TS gaming. You created your piece, right? And once we create our piece and we come from that place of chaos or uncertainty, being homeless or not having a job or having whatever your struggle may be, when you create that and you work for that, you value it so much more. Um, I know after my, struggle and I fought my way out of it and I created stability for myself and my children, I value it so much more than when my mama got me my first apartment. You know what I'm saying? When you work for that, it's a different type of, and like you took your power back. Like absolutely. And that's a great accomplishment.
Mm-hmm. I forget what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, that's all right. Hopefully it come back.
Summer's like that. She's like a squirrel. She's like,
Oh, it's
squirrel.
horrible. Yes, absolutely. I
I
had
mean,
no one there for me, not my family, no one. But before I was homeless and had my homes, I have helped so many people with a place to live. But when I needed it, no one was there for me. Woo, child.
absolutely. Yep, been there. And
Sad.
that goes into the other topic, honestly, that you were talking about earlier, Summer, like, consistently pouring into other people and consistently
Mhm.
being there for other folks. But then, when it's time for you to need something, nobody's willing to pour back into your cup.
Mhm.
Um, so it kind of intertwines with, this topic too. Like we have to be mindful over where we project our energy and time,
Mhm.
because not everybody is worthy of that type of support and help. Honestly, some people just don't value it,
Nope.
and we call them like energy vampires. People who just take, and it's all about me, 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 me. Those folks are energy vampires, and they will drain you and leave you abandoned. And you know what I'm saying? So, like, we have to be conscious over really what we put our energy into when it comes to friendships, family, even, coworkers, work situations. You have to make sure that whatever you're doing, um, pours back into your cup. It's reciprocated.
Mm-hmm. Y'all want to add to the first topic before we move on?
Hold on.
Not
Can we
even,
recap just a, just a second? If y'all guys are just joining from whatever page, whether it be from Steph's Corner, the YouTube, Candy's page, Divine Chronicles, comment, join the, get in the comments, join us, talk to us, tell us your thoughts, what you think. I know I have family on here who's watching. My mom's watching, and I'm glad she is, because this is a conversation she so totally needs. So I'm glad I got her in there
Absolutely.
listening. And say hi. Just say hi. Don't take but a minute just to let us know you're here so we can say hi back.
So just to piggyback and add to everything that's been said so far. So when we paint this picture and we keep looking back at the steps that we missed, or the trying to pretty much like switch the direction that we've already traveled. If you constantly keep doubling back, you constantly keep making U-turns, trying to fix what you feel like you left behind, that will keep you from reaching your journey because you're spending too much time going back.
Mm-hmm. Preach.
So once you keep spending that time, you're gonna keep doubling back and doubling back and doubling back, and you'll never reach the journey that's ahead of you.
I definitely agree with that.
Agree with that.
You start focusing on what you feel like you didn't do good enough, and you get so focused on that you could look up 5 years from now and still be in the same place because you ain't
Yep.
just keep pushing.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Felt that.
Mackenzie said, I'm a mentor, and I stress to my mentees to always take care of himself. You can't continuously pour out your cup if it's already running low. No, you cannot. But
Absolutely.
people do it all the time and then wonder why.
Not only your cup, Mackenzie, you also can't pour into someone else's cup, because if your cup is running low, what do you have left to fill someone else's cup?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It is draining.
Have you guys ever had that friend that when they call you, it's like, me, like, I'm going through this. My husband did this, or my kids are doing this, my, but never take a second, take a breath and say, from a pure place, like, how are you? I feel like I have a couple of those people in my life right now that it's always about what they're going through and how, I can help them or how I could guide them. But they never like truthfully, just take that time to care, um, about what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had to learn, that's just like one of my recent lessons. I've had to learn to be like, listen, if you're not going to do nothing to change your situation, you can't keep calling me. Like, I'm not going to keep allowing you to kind of verbally vomit on me every day. And you're not doing anything to change. Like, I'm here to support you, but at the end of the day, like, you have to do something different. And I can't keep allowing this to hold so much headspace in my life.
Right. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. They don't know how to be like, listen, like, this is too much for me. Being able to
Right.
set that boundary is so important. And a friend, and the unfortunate thing is, a lot of times they don't understand. They take it as like a negative versus understanding why you need some, like, lay off me a little bit.
Right.
I'm kind of in that
A lot
situation
of
right
times
now.
they catch their attitudes and feeling some type of way. I can absolutely be like, this is too much for me. If it weigh heavy on you, how you think it feel on me?
Right.
You dumping it in my lap. And I don't think a lot of times people are conscious that you're not just talking to me, like, you are putting that on me. Now it's in my head. It's, if I love you, you're a person who I care about and I want to see good for. It's hurting my heart, like, because I don't want to see you where you are. That takes a toll on a person. And if you constantly, and it's not even so much, ask me how I'm doing. First of all, don't be rude. But
Right.
don't talk to me always complaining, dang, you don't got nothing positive to talk about.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of in that situation right now,
Mm.
after a friend did so, complaining so much. And then when you finally just give your opinion on it and say what you have to say, you're the bad person. And now you got the silent treatment.
Terrible.
And I think I feel like anytime we set a boundary, whether it's with friends, family, we need to realize that we're setting that boundary not for other people. We're setting that boundary for ourselves. And so that's a part of self-care. That's a part of self-love, is just kind of knowing what you can endure and what you can't. You know what I mean? Um, like people think when we set boundaries, that's because of them. And I'm like, no, this isn't, has nothing to do with you. This has everything to do with me and what I can endure and what I can take in my life. Like, you know, and especially someone who's not asking, like, are you okay? What's going on? Like, how's the kids? Like, someone who's not asking those things, they don't know what's going on my side. They don't know what I may be going through silently, that I have to set this boundary in order to protect my peace.
And another thing too, when you're saying like you that's a boundary for you, people don't dig is like if you constantly laying your stuff on me, I'm not even going to feel comfortable coming to you about what I'm going through because it's like, well, dang, well, I'm going to lay this on them, and they
Yeah.
already going through what they going through. Meanwhile, we accepting everything they bring it to us while we going through what we going through. Is
Mhm.
oftentimes that people that person that everyone is comfortable coming to, they don't realize that person is human too. They go through things. But y'all don't put us in this, put those, I'm gonna say us because I feel like I'm that person for some people.
Absolutely.
Y'all put me in a position where I'm constantly listening to you and what you going through that I don't even feel like I could bring you what I'm going through. Because I want to be considerate of you. But
Right.
sometimes being considerate hurts you.
And then you end up struggling in silence because you feel like you can't, there's nobody that is that for you because you're that for everybody. So you have to be the strong one that forces you kind of in the corner to be, you know, to keep that face on. And then you really don't have a safe place to decompress or to release or vent because it's like what they're going through probably seems 10 times worse and your heart is considerate and caring, and you know you honestly want what's best for that person, so you just don't project it, you keep it to yourself, and then you struggle in silence.
Yep.
So
And we be over here hurting.
I'm gonna read
I'm sorry, go
Mackenzie's
ahead.
comment real quick. So Mackenzie, you have a great point. She said exactly my point. Self-care is important for you to refill your cup and place yourself in the company of those who pour into you equally as you pour into them. You don't show up for anyone if you don't show up for yourself first.
Yes.
Yep.
Talk
And
that
a lot
talk,
of us fail
Mackenzie.
to do
Yep.
that, Mackenzie. A lot of
Mhm.
us do put others before ourselves. And when you're constantly putting other people before yourself, you're always being neglected, not by others, but also by yourself.
Absolutely.
And then sometimes you come to a boiling point, you done blew up on them. People don't even know what's going on. Now that's not on them, that's on you. Because while yes, they do come to you and do all this dumping, you allowed it. So you have to be accountable for your own actions as well.
Hmm.
So
And
go ahead.
so I was just reading somebody's comment, I think it's gone now, but the victim mentality too,
Mm.
Oh God,
instead of
yes.
being the survivor, you place yourself in that position to be the victim consistently. And that's where you're going to stay, is in the victim mentality. So I absolutely agree, Jacqueline. Yes. People just don't want to take that accountability. And they want to focus on, you know, the pain and the trauma and the woo is me versus the fight to get out of that and to make the changes that are necessary. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I like what Cupcake said. She said it's okay to be selfish when it comes to your own mental health and space. You have to be selfish because nobody's
Indeed.
going to take care of that but you.
It's your responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody else's responsibility to take care of you. And I think oftentimes people look for outside
Oh
validation.
my Lanza.
You know, you're looking for validation on your journey. And nobody has to validate your life lessons and your mental health and your self-love but you.
Yep. Or we want to put it on other people. You can't put that responsibility on nobody.
Facts.
Especially in relationships, oftentimes we put it on our spouses. Some
Hmm.
people put it on their children. They
Absolutely.
blame their parents. No, it's up to you. You got to do that work.
Yep.
Nobody can do that work for you. You got to make you happy.
And you know, that's the thing that goes back to the victim mentality. Some people just don't want to do that. Some people just don't ever want to heal themselves. They don't ever want to be better. They're okay with where they are. They see nothing wrong with how they process things. That's just all they know. And when we can identify with that in our connections or friendships or family, that's when we have to set that boundary and move around for our
Mhm.
own self, because some people just will never get outside of those mindsets.
Yep. I'm that person. I tend to put people before me, and forget to take care of me. And now I'm feeling some type of way. I'm feeling blue. I'm feeling down. I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling this. But all the while, I'm the one that's hindering me because all I got to do is pick me. All you got to do is pick you. And why does that be the hardest thing to do sometimes? It seems selfish, but it's not. We got to get out of our own head. It's absolutely okay to pick you. You have to pick you, especially when um I don't even want to say when nobody else is picking you because it's not their responsibility to pick you. It's your responsibility. And we teach people how to treat us. I'm trying to tell myself more and more as I get older. Like I had a mindset like, no, people should just be kind. Treat me how you want to be treated, but that is not how life goes, unfortunately. Most of the times you have to teach people how to treat you. And a lot of times people will take advantage of you, and it's me giving excuses, and they don't even realize what they're doing. It's kind of they just accustomed to it because you never speak up, so they think it's cool. Nikki said, I put others first for many years, many years. And once I went through being homeless and learned that I had no one there for me, I had to back off and learn to put myself and kids first. Mm-hmm. Okay, Steph. Mackenzie said, that's why my focus is and my groups are to teach my girls these lessons now, because we weren't taught these simple things when it comes to self-care, relationships, so that they're not having these conversations later on in life. Is this a group like in person or is it online, Mackenzie? I would love more information on that. That sounds like something people need to know about. Y'all want somebody else want to take on the next comment? Y'all still here?
So Jacqueline said it can really make you physically sick when you try and be there for others. I got to the point that I was losing hair. That's when I finally put myself first. People stopped coming around.
Oh my
And that
God.
does happen, Jacqueline.
That's what I'm saying. I just was telling that you put yourself first, and all of a sudden you the bad guy. Like what? Jacqueline up down there, her poor head losing hair, and she the bad guy. This is crazy.
People don't like to see you put you first.
Vampires just sucking you dry. Mm, mm. Yeah, people be in depression, not realizing why they depressed, cause you keep letting people take everything from you, and you're not putting nothing back in. Not even you're not pouring back into yourself. I work for an elementary school where I mentor girls during after school. That is beautiful, Mackenzie. May you be blessed for that. That's awesome, especially our girls. Not to take away from my boys because they need it too. I think boys need it even more, honestly, because they are often looked past. Oh, they boys, they men. We often put men like, get it together, like toughen up. But no, they got emotions and feelings too.
Cupcake says, I think a lot of us women are naturally nurturers, so it's easy to forget about self.
Yep. People just think we supposed to just have it. You be all right. You good. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you were built for. No. Oh my God, that's awesome. Blessings upon blessings to you and those children. Yes, I love that.
I think too, Summer, sometimes we look at our mothers, our grandmothers and great grandmothers, and that's kind of what we've seen is the women in our home suffering in silence. Like my mom never let me know, what she was struggling with. And I didn't know the bills wasn't paid or that, she was fighting to put food in the house. Um, she kept it loving and nurturing and she still poured into us no matter what she was silently struggling with. So that's kind of what we've seen, throughout our generations. Is just that strong woman, and like, my mom never let me see her cry. So like now here we are, we're the adult and it's our children. I think, the collective, as women, are starting to see that way isn't a healthy way, because it's just reoccurring into that cycle.
Hmm. Like, I definitely don't feel like that children should have to kind of take on that burden, because oftentimes if they see us going through it, they feed off that too. But I don't think it should be like an ignored thing, like a swept under the rug thing. Like, it should be dialogue, conversations. A lot of times, like you said, our parents suffered in silence. We didn't even know. Like, they literally was taking blood from themselves to give it to us. All this time we thinking everything hunky dory, not realizing that, baby, it ain't what you think it is. And I don't know how we should handle those types of situations, because I do agree. I do feel like I wouldn't want to put that type of burden on my child, but it's like, what do we do? How do we combat that, like, to change it so it's not a repeated cycle? Like, what would be the
I
change?
think just discussions with, like, letting them know that, like, it's okay to not be okay in life.
Hmm.
That, and like you were saying about the boys, like how oftentimes we're telling them, like, get up, suck it up, don't show no emotions, you're a boy, right? Like, so identifying with that, we can dialogue with our children, girls and boys, and we can, and it's funny because I think Sweet said it on the convo, where she role plays with her daughter. Like, in this situation, if this is happening and, say a boy puts his hands on you, like, how do you handle that? I think we should be doing that type of dialogue with our children in all areas.
Yes. I love open conversation, honest conversation. I have always been a communicator. Like, um I don't think that we should you have people that, like, I don't want to say dumb stuff down, but like hide stuff. I never was the type to want to hide stuff. I like to have conversation. My daughter is still, she's only 6, so certain things I talk to her about, some stuff I don't. But my son, I tried to keep like an open dialogue. I think it's important to tell him exactly some of the things that what you said, letting him know, like, yeah, you're a boy, you're a male, and people expect this of you, but it's okay to have feelings. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay. It's not a bad thing to go through struggles or to need help. Like, it happens in life. Like, men are not uh robots. Like, and I think a lot of times they're treated like that, like work mules, honestly. And it's sad. It's sad. Jacqueline said, I learned to master my emotions, and it took so much for me to get here. So that's why every little step we take is important. Jacqueline, you always got a silver line. I've been seeing you, Jacqueline. Shoot, I'm still working on mine, baby. I am not there. I think I've definitely made some strides, but baby, mm. You welcome, Mackenzie. You are truly making an impact on those children who will one day be mentally and emotionally healthy human beings. Period. My daughter is 5, and I definitely have age appropriate conversations with her. Exactly. And a lot of times these kids understand more than what we realize. My daughter shocks me all the time when she says certain things to me, or use certain words, put certain words together. When I be like, "What? Excuse you? Who taught you that? Do you know what that means?" And like, for her to be able to play it back to me like, "Yeah," or explain like, "Yeah, I know what that means." Like, I'll be like, "What?" Mm.
Absolutely. Kids do know way more than we give them credit for. And
Hmm.
I think too, by playing them for stupid sometimes can backfire on us as parents.
Yes.
Because I know with my mom, like, she used to play me for dumb. Like, she would be smoking weed and I'd be like, I smell something. And she'd be like, oh, it's an incense, or, whatever. And I'm like, mm-mm. And then as I got older, I'm like, she lied to me. Like, she been lying to me. So if she lied to me about that, what else she lied to me about? She lied to me about Santa Claus. She lied to me about, like, you know what I mean? So as kids, we process more than what people give us credit for.
Hmm. Yep.
Cupcake says, I started a mental health check in with my kids once a month. I send a group text, and if any of us has issues, we speak up and give support.
That's dope. I used to try to do with my son because I feel like he is like emotionally detached. I don't know if it's a boy thing or what, but I used to be like, bruh, like, what's up? Oh, nothing, 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 nothing. It's always nothing, nothing, nothing. But boys be going through stuff too. I don't know if it's just like a male thing. Like, I don't know, but I'd be like, I could tell something is like whatever. No, I'm fine, I'm cool. No, you're not. But I can't force you to talk about it either, you know. So I'm gonna let you know that I'm gonna be there, that I'm here, that I'm available, you know, offer you other I used to always be like, well, if you can't talk to me about it, you need to find a safe person you can talk to about it. You know, I have an older brother. I'm like, you can talk to him. Um, if you have, and I used to be like, when I say safe person, I don't mean one of your homies that's out here reckless. Like, you need to find somebody that has common sense, that like wants good for you, that's genuine, you know, that's gonna look out for you, gonna guide you the right way. You have to be careful because some people don't care about you. But I absolutely want you to find somebody if you're not comfortable with talking to me, like, you know, talk to somebody, you know, your father, you know, just somebody. But sometimes they don't want to talk to parents. You know, I get it. I don't know. Who's that popping on? Kids learn what we do, not what we say. We are a walking example. Oh my gosh, you gotta remember that saying, don't do what I say, not what I do. Or don't do what I do, do what I say. Y'all remember that?
Do as I say, not as
Absolutely.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like what? Like how do
Yep.
you like that don't even make sense. That don't even make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely think that raising a boy is way harder than if you were raising a girl, because you have to teach boys so much more. Because a lot of our young boys, they fall victim to the streets. So you have to teach them so much more than you have to teach a girl,
Mm-hmm.
It's
especially as
hard.
a single parent.
Yeah, and it's hard for a woman to teach a boy how to be a man. So those broken homes, you know, statistics. There's plenty of support out there to what you know what I'm saying, but like, you know, these children that come from broken homes, those boys end up being troubled men. Unguided boys turn into unguided men. So
Mm-hmm.
it's hard, you know, for single mothers like myself. I'm raising three boys, so it's hard for me to, you know, teach them in that manner. I mean, of course, their fathers are very present in their life, but like I stress to their fathers, like, you know, I need you to step it up because I can't teach him how to be a man.
Nope.
Mackenzie said, "My daughter is so intelligent and her vocabulary is big. Yesterday on our live, she was talking about what it means to be responsible. So, like growing up as a young single parent, I thank God every day that I had two older brothers. Being the baby of the three, my I had two older brothers. So with my son, they pretty much took him under their wings and taught him a lot that he needed to know as far as, things about being a man. Because you're right, as a woman, it is only so much that we can teach them. I taught him how to cook, I taught him how to clean, but when it come down to other stuff, I was lost. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I definitely think that they need a man in their life. There's a lot of stuff that we can't teach them, you know. But I don't know, right? Wait, let me see. Let's play because there are some men that grew up without a woman, right? I mean, without a man, and they turned out wonderful. So, like, what is that like? Was it because they had a male in their life, that showed them certain things, or was it just enough? Was her instilling certain morals and things in him enough to guide him to where he needed to be?
So I feel like the woman, okay, so we would have to in that situation kind of overcompensate and teach them what not to be. We still can't teach them what to be as a man because we're not a man. but we can teach them from our side, you know what I'm saying, on what not to be.
Right. Right. I definitely agree with that.
So TS Gaming says, my oldest son is 17, almost 18, and he don't like to talk to me or his dad either. And he finally came out and told me he's going through depression. And I have two boys and two girls, and it's definitely harder for boys to talk to us moms. It is very hard.
Mm-hmm. That's why, like, I'm like, if you can't talk to me, you can't talk to your dad. Like, find somebody you can talk to, because it's important for them to have that release. Somebody they could kind of bounce, what they going off, give them direction and stuff like that. My daughter
I'm
is so
back.
intelligent.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on comments and stuff. So this dog, every time I speak, he thinks I'm speaking to someone in this house, and he's whining. He keeps going to the door, looking at the windows. But yeah, this has been a great conversation so far. I'll tell you that. Great. And I hope
I
people
enjoyed
listening, because I know there's some that I know personally who are listening,
it.
just
This is
listen,
mhm.
play it in, like watch a replay and listen to it again.
Yes, it's always an option. Don't hesitate to hit that replay. Hashtag replay in the comments.
Yes,
And
hit
please
the
hit the share
replay
button.
and listen to it again. Especially like if you, those of you who know Steph, y'all know me, that
Mm-hmm.
come from my side, you know who you are that is sitting here listening to this right now. Please go back and watch the replay and watch it all.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Nikki said, I'm very grateful that both of their dads are in their lives consistent. So I can only hope that it will help them in the long run. My other son is only 8, so I got time with him before he has any issues. I
Thank
pray.
you for thank you for joining, Mackenzie. Have a great rest of your day. Sorry, Summer.
You, thank you, Mackenzie. Yes, it has. And thank you, ladies, for allowing us to have a place to get things off our chest. Yes. Yes, it is a good show. Thank you for that feedback. I hope you ladies enjoyed the show, ladies and gents. Sorry, because I know we have a gentleman. We don't typically get so many men around these parts. So thank you for tuning in. This was an awesome dialogue. If you are not aware, we try to go live every morning. We're going to try to get a consistent time for you guys. These are the type of topics we want to bring. Um, we want this panel to be not based around the stuff that's on Facebook. Y'all know I'm still gonna do my recaps at night, where we get into the meta tea and all that stuff. But sometimes you need a break from all that, and so this is what that is. Also, for those of you who are not aware, I am currently on a panel with 3 other people, called the Convo 4, which is on YouTube. So make sure you guys check that out. That happens every evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Adjust that time according to what coach you are on. That is also not based on Facebook. We actually talk about many topics. And tonight is going to be a great topic. You got to come tune in to find out what it is. Steph or anybody, do y'all plan on going live at any point in the day today? Y'all can shout that out and let them know.
I mean, I guess I can go in there and sit at that vanity.
Good morning, Shanae. Well, Steph sounds like she's about to get herself together. If you like makeup, go check out my girl Steph's Corner. Go hit that follow button and come give her a play. You know, come enjoy that. You might learn some tricks and things like that, some tips for your makeup. Candy, do you have any live sessions today that's open to the public?
No, not today, but I will be doing a live tomorrow at 12:30.
All right, Eastern Standard Time. So adjust
Yes.
it so it fits.
Cupcake says, I love it. Good morning, Shanae. Is it Shanae?
Look at Cat. Cat, we live, Cat.
Oh, for real?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we're live, Cat.
You're
Damn.
welcome, though.
like what?
What we
You
talking
ready?
about?
We wrapping up though. We just finished. You missed it all.
Oh,
This
damn.
was awesome.
It was a
I'm happy
positive
that
live cat, so we gotta stay chill.
positive. Yeah, go catch the replay. You missed it, Melinda? Oh, my Lanta. That's because you're supposed to be on this panel. You working? Is Melinda working?
Yes.
I came to clown somebody. We clowning people or no?
No,
No.
ma'am. No,
No.
ma'am.
Oh,
Live.
damn.
Live.
All right, let me know when we are. I'm out. I'm working.
Later tonight. Later tonight for the open panel.
All right, sounds good. I'm getting back to work now.
Woo, child. Y'all ignore that. Ignore that. Click out of the live.
Oh my goodness.
Cat.
You gotta love cat.
And also, y'all, with our sipping chats in the mornings, they are open discussions. If you have a topic that you want to see discussed, you can inbox either one that you see on the panel and let us know, and we'll talk about it.
Yes. Oh, you know what I think? I'm gonna talk to you in the inbox. But yes, feel free. You have a topic you want us to talk about, something speaks to you. You know you would like to discuss. Drop it in any of our inboxes for a show. Can you inbox on YouTube? YouTube got a message box?
I don't think so. I've
I
never
ain't
seen
I
it.
never.
don't think so.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. All right. So what Facebook it is? Just drop those topics in there, and we're gonna check you ladies out, ladies and gents out another time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and
You
please
can
don't forget.
also. Sorry. This is the way.
Huh?
I was gonna say, if you go back to this video on YouTube under Summer's Room, you can put your topics in the comments, and she can always go back and look at those.
Oh yeah, you could drop it in the comments too. But don't forget, I stream on YouTube for myself because that's what I want to build up. But the other lady streams to Facebook. So if you following
Yeah.
Steph's Corner, Divine Chronicles, or Candy Goddess, they are currently streaming on Facebook. If you following your girl Summer's Room, I'm on YouTube in the mornings. We're gonna try to get a consistent time for you guys. So wait on that update. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget, don't be so hard on yourselves. Give yourself some grace. Y'all got this. Love y'all. Bye.
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 Bye.